Today we talk a little bit about miscellaneous worldwide stamps, etc. Austria, Bosnia-Herzegovina, really nicely canceled postal stationery. That's the way we like it. And not all, as usual, mailed in Sarajevo, except it is received in Sarajevo. This one mailed in Jablanica, if I said it right. Anyways, clean, nicely postmarked, just very nice. Here we have another example from Livno, also in nicely canceled postal stationery. And this one does have actually an Austrian military cancel. Imperial and Royal Military Post, and the code number from Livno in Herzegovina. And yet another two military items, nicely postmarked again, from again different towns, which makes collecting this area also very interesting because there are many little towns and big towns that you can get beautiful postmarks. And these are definitely well placed again. On the right, we have a letter card. As you can see, to open it, you typically remove the margin, which is perforated to the main part of this letter card. If they are opened, including the tear-off parts, it usually catalogs a little better. So if you can find them in that format, that would be great. And if you cannot find them on a postal stationery or a cover, they're also nicely collectible on piece, since here too we have readable cancels, and all of the cancels are complete. So also a nice way to collect. And a few more. Stamps need not always be expensive to create a nice cancel collection. Now we go into some overprinting. Czechoslovakia overprints on Austria and Hungary stamps of 1919. Overprint colors are either black or blue. Better stamps of these series should definitely be properly expertized. Because of the better values, there are many fakes out there, so be very careful when purchasing these items. And yes, here we have again, as I indicated in other videos, similar looking stamps, but yet different. Both are semi-postals. The one on the left, right here, says Carl's Fund, as well as the one on the right. However, the one on the left is Bosnia and Herzegovina, Imperial and Royal Military Post of Austria. On the right, it's Austria military, Imperial and Royal Field Post, Austria. So at a glance, you might think they belong to the same set, but they don't. So always check them out closely. Always, in this case, the top inscription is what differentiates between the two. The rest appears very similar. Ukraine of 1920, an unissued series, typically perforated 11.5, but this one is also a perforated 11.5 by vertically imperf between, plus a small gutter at the top. I have never seen this before, and I have so far not found a listing, but I'm still looking and checking. So quite an interesting item in really top-notch condition and mint not hinged. Nice way to find them. And this was also in some accumulation. It just happened to be there. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful to be able to share that with you. Here we have an interesting postcard. It's not in the best of shape, but it's not too bad. Of Austria 1906. This one is of the official Danube steamship company. And here's the abbreviation in German. And also the officially Schiffskarte also in German here. So I've never had one of these before. It's embossed in the upper left corner and just on a plainly franked postcard. And here is the picture part, and again the abbreviation DDSG. I'm sure most of you have seen the stamps that were issued by this company, many of which, perhaps most of which, are reprints and fakes. So here too, I don't have an example to show you, but be aware of those because, as I said, many or most are fakes. So be very careful. But I've never seen such a postcard either, and I think that's quite interesting. And here we have a nice, attractive Russian stamp of 1947. And at a glance, as most of the Russian stamps are the low values, but in this case, it is the 5 ruble. And that one is actually easy to recognize, so long as we know what we're looking for. If it was the 5 kopek, the low value, they're like equivalent to 5 cents perhaps, it would definitely be a cheap stamp. And this one is not real expensive, but several dollars anyways. So it always pays to look closely. And then we travel to Venezuela, 1947. Here we have a revenue stamp, but it is also authorized for postage. Listings found were in an older Michel catalog. I do keep quite a few of the older Michel catalogs because they do show certain things that many other catalogs do not. So they're very valuable for me, and also in determining and researching certain stamps. This particular one, even though it is authorized for postage, in this case, it does actually have a revenue cancel. Therefore, it is classified as a revenue stamp, and that one would require revenue catalog, which I don't have. This vertical pair, however, Venezuela of 1951, are telegraph stamps which are overprinted, habilitado correos 20 centavos, meaning enabled mail 20 cents. So these were actually used as postage stamps. The cancel is not very clear at all, but I can make out a few things that and the format that indicates a postal cancel. And Brazil. These stamps of 1898 are newspaper stamps of 1890 overprinted for use as postage stamps. Yes, very interesting as well. Especially if you can get them in multiples. This one does have a red overprint, which was done in 1899. On this 1890 issue as multiple, otherwise similar as before. I do not have a catalog value for multiples in this case, unfortunately. And again, Brazil. This one with a black overprint in 1899 also, on, again, an 1890 issue as a nice multiple. And again, similar as before. Well, I hope you enjoyed at least a little of my video, and hopefully click on my subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I would certainly appreciate that greatly. Thank you so very much for watching. Yes, treasures are waiting to be found. Wishing all of you great success. Help protect our world, our one and only paradise. My channel, Stamps, Space, MyFunThings. Thanks again for watching.